Okay, I'm back. Hey friends. Hey YouTube. Inquisitive ones. So I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to talk and listen to spirit before the cards. If you hear barking, that's my dog being weird. So anyway, a lot has to do with Trump and Jared. Before I even get started, I'm hearing, yep. But anyway, there's a lot of news breaking today. A lot. So we had that Dark Tower book came out, explaining the Russian connection. There's news about Julian Assange. Could he start cooperating for fear of getting Epsteined? Because there was something said that Trump offered him a pardon from another person. I forgot his name. But it was reported that, well, the only reason it would be reported is if the judge released this information and it was okay, and Assange would be cooperating. So it seems like he's doing a lot of Parnas. He's going to cooperate and let drips come out because Trump ain't pardoning any of his associates. Cohen's in jail. Manafort's in jail. Flynn and Roger Stone are on a way to get sentenced. So, and back in the news is the bank that was laundering money in Turkey, Halkbank. And some things I found out is money, Iran's money got sanctioned from Iranian oil. Billions of dollars, right? And it was sitting in this bank. They wanted access. So this guy who went to jail, a gold trader, so somehow, and the bank guy went to jail that kind of authorized this. So they take the money, Iran's oil money, because Iran wanted that money, and use it. They would take it out of there, transfer it to gold, and then take the gold to United Arab Nations, or whatever, what do they call it? United Arab Emirates in Dubai. And then the gold would be transferred back into cash, which they would give back to Iran. There was millions of dollars in bribes, supposedly, and like I said, people went to jail. A couple years ago, Trump asked Rex Tillerson to help in convincing SDNY to stop the investigation. He said no. William Barr tried to stop this investigation from moving forward. The investigation into the gold buyer transfer guy. And SDNY said, ain't happening. So come the end, there's been reports that Turkey's President Erdogan, whatever, knew about this. And lo and behold, what I found out is that Turkey's finance minister, probably like Steve Mnuchin, is the president Erdogan's son-in-law. Where do we see this? Barr has family in the administration. Trump has family in the administration. So Trump and Jared their accounts were flagged, supposedly, that they had in Turkey for possible money laundering. This is quite a web. And I keep saying, Russia, Turkey, Saudi is the triangle of all of this. And I truly believe that this Russian oil money was a deal with Soleimani and the Russians, oil money for weapons, and Putin ordered Trump to take out Soleimani because Soleimani didn't like the deal. He wanted out. It wasn't serving his people. And it wasn't serving Putin's interest if he got backlash from Iran, who also had, Soleimani's troops also had union with certain troops in Syria. Right? This is a web. This is some of research, some of what I believe. So when Trump pulls out the troops, United States troops, from helping the Kurds, Turkey comes in, starts taking off northern Syria. ISIS fighters get released. Who does that help? The good guys are pushed back. That helps the trade routes, that helps the oil, that hurts Iran and Soleimani because they were like partners or crime fighters per se. Believe it or not, Soleimani's troops did help with the 9/11 attacks with ISIS and whatnot. They weren't radical. They did stuff for their beliefs. Yes, they did murder. But they did help. Okay? You lose those unions, it helps Saudi, Turkey, Russia with oil and money. Taxes or controlling it, however it works, right? Not totally up on it. But this is quite a web. It's like, holy God. So that gold trader guy is Zareb, and Trump asked to get that case dropped by the DOJ because Zareb testified against the bank guy who went to jail for 3 years, and he got deported or whatever back to Turkey. And he was greeted by his family and Erdogan's son-in-law, Turkey's finance minister. Really? How obvious, right? And like I said, there was bribes everywhere. So, question. Is Trump laundering money through his towers and that bank? Yes. Oh, and another thing I just remembered. One of those guys. Oh, I think it's Erdogan's son. One of these guys I mentioned has a huge ass apartment or whatever in Trump Tower, in a Trump Tower in Turkey. I'm pretty sure it's his son-in-law, the finance minister, or that gold trader, or the head of the bank. One of those two had a apartment or a condo or whatever you want to call them in a Trump Tower. Don't quote me on which one, but I read that. So there's a lot of connections there, right? Oh, and another question I wanted to ask and get from Spirit. Another person, I seen another thing, whatever, and they were talking about where's the $1 billion that supposedly Saudi Arabia was going to give, that Trump keeps talking about. Where's that money that Saudi MBS was going to promise the United States for sending their troops in to help, right? And I got a question I'm going to ask again, or an answer. Did Saudi Arabia give the United States $1 billion for their troop of help using our military? I heard no. Why did Trump say this and do this for Saudi Arabia? I hear favor. What was the favor? Because of money already given to Jared. And I hear building. Okay, anything else? Does Saudi Arabia still owe agreed monies from military sales? Yes. From years ago, I heard. What else? Trying to think where to go with this now with questions. I had it all thought out, and now I'm like, oh my god, where to go now? Are Erdogan, MBS, and Putin in league with a plan? Yes. I hear trade routes. I see black oil and gas. It's all about energy and dominance and greed. And I also heard they want to take control of Iran's oil. Why do these three want to take care of Iran's oil? Shouldn't it be Iran's oil? Why? Why and how can they take control of Iran's oil? Why Iran's oil? Something about China. first three want to leave out China. Yeah, I'm kind of like seeing separate. China. China wants in. So why take out Soleimani? He was in the way. Hopefully weaken the Iran army to put pressure on their government. What a web. Okay, let's go back to Jared here. Is Jared compromised? Yes. Do the Saudis or MBS have information on Jared? Yes. Did they take his communications or record him? Yes. Does MBS know about the money laundering and everything? Of course they do, I heard. Oh, okay. The favor was not only money for Jared, but it's also compromise. Because Saudi can blow out Jared and Trump at any moment. But they don't really want to. Because there's this wealth, with Russia, Turkey, Saudi, that they want to accumulate. It's all about greed. But then why is Ukraine kind of caught in the middle? I don't know. I don't know about a map, but I'm hearing like it's a pathway. I'm hearing Ukraine has ports. They're on the sea. They can use these ports and by land they can use the north for rail. Huh. God, is greed horrible. Okay, what can I get here? Closing my eyes and picking cards this way. But what do I want to know? I'm going to pause quick. I'm not sure what I want to do for pulling cards. Hold on. Okay, someone interrupted me. I'm kind of in the zone of not using the cards today, or at least in this one, because I'm in the zone of Trump. Okay. Why did Trump pardon all those people yesterday? One, kind of set a precedence of kind of like a message, which don't think will work, but that projecting financial crimes have way too long a sentences. Okay? And just like that military guy, Gallagher, he's desperate. I just heard he's desperate. He knows his support is falling. So he wanted to use these guys to do press conferences and say how great he is. To show the appreciation for reuniting with their families and all this stuff. To make Trump look like he's a family guy. He's doing the right thing. So he's basically doing a reality TV show. Instead of you're fired, like on The Apprentice, it's you're going to do me a solid. You're going to do the quid pro quo that Ukraine didn't do. You're going to stand in front of the cameras and say, I'm the greatest. Thank you. My family's back together. I didn't deserve this. Da, 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 da. So it kind of serves two purposes, he hopes. So I heard it's the only reason he did this. What else? What else can we ask? What's going on with Trump? Oh, okay. Julian Assange. For Julian Assange, why is this information out there right now that Trump offered him a pardon? Julian. Seems like his lawyers seen what Lev Parnas did. And you kind of take it in with what happened with Epstein disappearing. So he's rethinking the stance that not getting a pardon. I need to speak. I need to cooperate for a lesser deal. So otherwise, I'm going to go to jail for a long time. So I'm getting there. Let's see, 25 minutes. What else? Just trying to think of questions now. I hate thinking of questions. I mean, I had a bunch of stuff written down. Just trying a different way. Okay. I already took care of those two. Sorry, I'm wasting your time. Unless someone asks me other questions, I think I'll do the cards on that on a different one. Bribes. Yeah, that Dark Tower book came out. It's supposed to explain a lot of the dealings within Deutsche Bank. Dark Tower. Yeah. Trump has been laundering money through his towers. It's all the corruption. So will it come out? Yes, it'll come out. Don't worry. It'll come out. When's it going to come out? March. Since we're on Trump financials. Is it on schedule for the Deutsche Bank thing to the Supreme Court? Is that going to change? Is March 31st the first one? Is it going to start March 31st? Okay, that's kind of weird. It's kind of up in the air. That's really strange. Why is taking up the case up in the air? Is that because Trump won't be president then? Kind of feeling, yeah. Well, shouldn't the Supreme Court take it up anyway? Getting kind of like, yeah, but they don't have to. They want to make that ruling, for future reference, but it just feels really icky. Like it's not going to happen. On time or something. It's tough to get through. I mean, I don't feel like jumping for joy, that this is a yes answer, that they're going to take it up as scheduled. So kind of, what I mean? It kind of feels like, Because they were thinking about, moving it up a few weeks or something to get going on it. But now it's like, This is strange. The movement is now strange. The energy is really strange. I just heard because it's all coming to a head. Well, why is everything coming to an ending here now when it didn't happen before? I heard you'll find out. Here, it'll all make sense when it ends. Don't worry, we have a plan. Well, what's that plan? That's for you to figure out. Oh my God, I'm getting riddles. Not just you, the American people. They have to figure it out. We're helping the best we can. But that's for you to figure out. But have faith. It will end. And you'll be in awe. Huh. Timing is in the best interest of the listener. What would be the point of knowing everything? What's the point of knowing when the exact day and time a child is going to be born? Where's the excitement? Where's the joy? Timing is never an exact science. But we know free will. We know energy. We can break through that. But we choose not to. Because it's for the greater good. Being perfect is not the way. Your purpose is learning and growing. If you were to take a test and you knew your grade would be 100, why would you study for the test? There is a plan for everything. And it's all for the greater good. Have faith and believe, and it will happen. The more faith you have, the better the energy is. the better the people are. When you're down, the vibrations are down. And when you have faith, the vibrations are up. We want you up. So by giving hope and good signs, you are up. And that makes things happen. So there you go. And they said, signing out. Alrighty then. I better post this.